Like to talk to you about a few different things, but first I'd like to get your take on these so-called test concerts. Is this a good idea as we see a return to large gatherings?
Well, it's a good idea to test. It's a good idea to test a large gathering like it is intended to be done. Is it safe to do it now? That's another question, and how it has been prepared in details. Because if we want clear answers, we need to have a very fine-tuned monitoring of all the participants and the control group, and are they going to comply with a proper survey? So that is a key question there. But if we find out that you can be altogether wearing a mask, and what is very important there is wearing the mask while being at close range to other people, then we may find that there is reasons to open more the social life of the population, definitely.
So is it safe? Sorry to interrupt you there, but is it safe to do this now?
Well, that's a very critical question, because those people are mostly to be young people, so unlikely to be vaccinated, and therefore we will have data regarding the natural spread of the virus among unvaccinated people. So it would be very important that we monitor who's been vaccinated before in the gathering and who's not vaccinated as an internal control group within that event.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about a few other items in COVID developments this week. On Friday, European regulators gave their stamp of approval to the Pfizer vaccine for children as young as 12. How important of a step is that in the overall picture, as we fight against the virus?
It is of utmost importance because youngsters are a reservoir regarding the virus, because what we know, although they are not harmed by the virus, they actually carry the virus and are spreading the virus everywhere around themselves. So vaccination of that population is of utmost importance to dampen the ability of the virus to spread among the general population.
Okay, one final question for you. Now, many countries, including France, here in France, are slowly reopening. Do you think that this return to a sense of normal life is happening too fast or at the right speed?
That's another critical question. Right now, what we are facing is that we have pushed on the brake pedal right now, and we see that there is a decrease in the number of new cases every day. But this doesn't mean we have stopped. And the critical question here is, do we stop to brake too early? And will the car accelerate again if we stop too early? And that's the critical point. My personal view, but I trust the decisions of my colleagues, which are more keen on opening now, because we have to take into account the economic, the social, and the sanitary situation. And the three parameters are indeed linked together, and you cannot simply apply a sanitary rule on the population. You need to combine social, economic, and sanitary issues. So to that respect, what is going on now in the different European countries is a tentative goal of managing the spread of the pandemic. We'll see if it's efficient. Unfortunately, what happens in India right now may become a rule. I hope not, but it is potentially to become a situation in Europe as well later.
Yeah, we're hoping that's not the